Very good morning to everyone. Learned chairman of this session, Dr. S.S. Pawarji, distinguished faculty of this college, distinguished invitees, dear young and energetic student friends, and other dignitaries of this program. It is really a pleasure and proud to me to be with you as a speaker of this technical session. I take this opportunity to congratulate to people of this college and all staff, including chairman of this college and all young and energetic student friends. I congratulated principal of this college and all team because of some reasons, namely you have chosen very right and appropriate topic for a day national seminar that is more contemporary in nature and that is more relevant to the present context. You have selected the topic that is sustainability and recent trends in commerce, management, and IT sector. I strongly believe that this type of events are really making difference as far as ability, knowledge, and skills of young minds like students, young teachers, and also this type of events really refreshing the ability of senior professors. Above all, the college is meant for teaching and learning. Mere teaching and learning out of syllabi, that is not enough to update the knowledge and improve the competency of the students. So, whenever having this type of events, really uh, preparing the students to face the competition and to utilize the whatever opportunity the young minds having after completion of their formal course like MCOM and MA and even other UG courses like BA, BCom, BSc, like that. So for these reasons, I have the congratulated the principal of this college and team. Once again, I extend the congratulations to our principal and all the faculty. However, you have been invited me to speak on banking digitalization and its impact on banking performance. Whenever we take up the topic like this for discussion, there are many the questions arise, namely what is banking and what are the activities of the banking, who are the main stakeholders of the banking, what are their expectations from the banking, what are the contributions of banking towards GDP, per capita income, and sector like primary sector, secondary sector, territorial sector, and also some other questions arise like what is digitalization, how does digitalization is really differ from traditional activities. Is it digitalization is better than traditional activity? If better, what way it is better? And is it really good for nation like India? So these are the some questions arise whenever we take up discussion topic like this. Here I am going to sincerely answer to whatever questions I raised here. The banking is not new to us. The banking having with us since civilization. However, banking nothing but what it is a financial institution which deals with accepting deposit, lending money to people of society, and also undertaking different financial services that are really required to survive by the banking organization or to meet out the different requirement of people of society, uh, traders, agriculturists, industrialists, and also a nation at large. The banking is not a recent origin. It having with us since civilization. During Indus civilization, there was a barter system. In medieval India period, kings were collecting the taxes from the farmers, uh, rich people, and ordinary people also. Uh, at the time of farming activity, kings were given loan to the farmers, and after farming activity, farmers are giving back to the kings. And during medieval India period, rich people and temples were working like banking activities. I mean, what banking activity right now undertaking? No, some of that banking activities, even medieval period also were taken place. After British came into existence in India, there was a lot of changes were taken place as far as the banking activities and banking operations are concerned. The first time bank was started in India in the year 1770. The bank name was Bank of Hindustan. Later, the General Bank of India were established in the year 1789. Thereafter, East India Company came forward and started three important banks, namely Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay, and Bank of Madras. These banks worked certain year. Thereafter, these three banks were merged in the year uh, 1921. Thereafter, the government of India, thereafter, RBI Act came into existence, and in the year 1935, our Reserve Bank of India came into existence. Then the government of India was started a banking regulation. Banking regulation act came into existence in the year 1949. After independence, the first 5-year plan were prepared by government of India. That period was 51 to 56. The first 5-year plan priority was develop the agriculture to meet out the farmer requirements and to strengthen the food production, and also to strengthen the agriculture in all respect. By keeping this, the government of India thought mere having priorities like this very difficult to meet out that. The same time, the country require a strong banking network or banking activities or banking organization. Uh, with these the objectives, the government of India strongly and boldly uh, nationalized 14 banks in the year 1969. and six banks were nationalized in the year 1980. After nationalizations of banks, there were many changes were taken place. Uh, uh, all stakeholders of the India, like industrialists, also able to take the loan. Farmers also able to avail the loan. Ordinary people also are having a lot of connection with banks to get the loan and deposit the money. And there was many changes were taken place, especially the people of society are concerned. GDP also were changed. Per capita income also were changed. Purchasing power also changed like anything. And the overall the status of country changed like anything. That was because of what? Because of nationalizations of banking. Nationalization of banking was initiated by the Honorable late Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi. Probably without nationalizing the banks, we can't expect what right now the India having. Uh, Suppose we are not nationalize the bank, some people like even small farmers, small people, and even ordinary people of society, they were not avail the loan, because without availing the loan they are not able to come forward. And uh, due to nationalizations of banks, there are many good things happened. Tap the natural resources, untap the untapped resource, and tap the untapped resources. So these are the things were taken place. After nationalization of banks, there were many good things were happened, but later that public undertaking banks are not able to work what expectation actually the people of society having, due to many reasons: political interference and even lack of rigidity as far as the banking that moment, the banking entry of private people are concerned. So and also WTO came into existence, liberalization, privatization. In order to work according to this environment, the government of India started banking reforms. In order to realize the banking reforms properly, the government of India constituted many committees on banking uh, since 1992 till the date. Here I want to say what are the banking committees were constituted by government of India, and what are the outcome from that. The first the first committee on banking was constituted in the year 1983. That committee was Rangarajan Committee. Rangarajan Committee uh, recommended many recommendation. Here I required to share two important recommendation that was computerization of front office of banking activities, back office of banking activities. The front office of banking activities deals with revenue generation activities, and the back office of banking activities uh, relating to support the uh, front office activities of the banking. And Rangarajan Committee strongly recommended banking organization required to introduce ATM. ATM is one of the most important to meet out the financial requirement, as well as to meet out the day-to-day requirement of the banking customer. So Rangarajan Committee were recommended, and this committee also recommended that by using available internet, the banking organization should initiate transfer of fund between banks. And a second important committee on banking was constituted by Government of India in the year 1990s. 1991. The committee name was Nourishment Committee. Nourishment Committee recommended certain recommendations, namely bringing autonomy in banking operation, ensuring proper NPA management, uh, strengthening the transparency as far as all banking affairs are concerned, and also liberalization of banking entry. These are the four recommendations. Probably these four recommendations were recommended by Nourishment Committee on the basis of liberalization, privatization, and WTO agreement. Thereafter, Sarap Committee came into existence in the year 1994. Saraf committee was recommended uh, many recommendation. Among them, here I want to share two important recommendations. Establishing electronic fund transfer system, uh, and another important recommendation that was recommended by the uh, Saraf committee, strengthening the banking technology. As you know very well, banking technology is one of the most important element of infrastructure. Without having that, the banking organization is unable to perform the banking activities on a healthy basis. Later, banking financial reforms uh, regulations 2010 were initiated by government of India, and according to this, banking governance structure should be reframed, and banking management also should be strengthened. These two important recommendations were recommended. As you know very well, banking governance is very, very important. Whatever the banking activities the banking organization is required to undertake, appropriate governance system is very, very essential. Suppose banking organization wants to manage financial affairs, monetary activities, and manage the customer, and properly utilizations of available fund, ensuring transparency, ensuring ethical activities, appropriate governance is very, very important, because misusing of public funds by many uh, people. No, I think here I want to quote Modi and Malya and many other. Nirav Modi used loan taken from the bank, but that was not given back. So this is not really the good as far as country progress are concerned. Since that bank money is not individual money, that money is the public money. So properly utilize that money by the public, then only there is a meaning as far as the public money are the concern. Otherwise, there is no meaning. And thereafter, Nachiket More Committee. Nachiket More Committee came into existence in the year 2000. This committee gave certain recommendations, namely, the banking organization is required to uh, initiate e-banking operations, and also the banking organization is required to establish different the modern techniques by adopting technology. Then the banking organization is able to come forward. Otherwise, banking organization is unable to compete with the competitor. And HR Con committee emerged. This committee were recommended strengthen the monetary policies. In the year 2019, Nilkanya committee were taken place. Another Nilkan committee taken place. This committee was recommended digitalizations of banking, and also this committee recommended proper incentives for utilizations of digitalized banking by the stakeholders of the banking. These are some important the recommendations were recommended by various banking committees. Whatever right now the banking activities having, these recommendations were incorporated. These recommendations were the practicing by the banking organization. As a result of that, the right now the banking activities are working according to expectations of the end users, or according to expectations of the stakeholders of the business organization. Now, I want to talk about banking digitalization and its impact on banking performance. I spoke various aspects relating to banking uh, that are really uh, supporting what topic I have chosen for a discussion with you. First of all, I want to say what is digitalization. Of course, all of you are aware about concept of digitalization. You are more that involved, especially young students. Know they are involved in more in digitalized banking affairs as compared to professor like me or senior people. Digitalized banking, nothing but what it is a banking system in which the banking organization undertaking traditional banking activities through digitalized platform is said to be called as digitalized banking. Digitalized banking changes a lot as far as the banking nature is concerned, banking structure is concerned, customer service are concerned, and even right now, ordinary people also can operate the banking appears from his home 7 into 24. These are the changes were taken place, and there are different types of banking like internet banking, mobile banking, mobile wallet, UPI, Unified Payment Interface, digitalized lending platform, neobanks, stock trading apps, and many other the banking products that we launched and right now having with us that banking that products are really working according to need of the customer like me or customer like you, and also the people of the society. The banking and what are the rationality behind the banking? I mean, introductions of digitalized banking. There are many rationalities or reasons behind banking digitalization. Now, uh, as you know very well, business is dynamic, customers are dynamic, and even every day new things are taking place, emerging in business, and customer expectations also changing like anything. Because of what? Because of the customer demographical dividend is changing over a period of time. So the banking organization is should work according to expectations of the end users, like customers. Then there is a chance to banking organization to compete with competitor, or to survive in the bank, or to provide service to according to expectations of the end users. Therefore, this is one of the rationality behind introductions of digitalized bank, because to meet the customer expectation and reductions of total cost of banking. As you know very well, the banking organization required to bear different cost towards to provide the different services to the end users, but among different component of banking cost, one of the most important the cost that is manpower cost. As a result of using advanced technology, as a result of adoptions of technology, uh, the manpower presence are not required in some places. What traditional bank were expecting as far as presence of human resource are concerned, that was not found in digitalized banking. So manpower cost possible to come down as a result of digitalization, because you see that customers are operating themselves without having any manpower. So that is reduces the manpower. Whenever reduction taken place as far as manpower are concerned, total cost come down. Whenever total cost come down, the services price also come down. Whenever services price come down, of course, the banking organization is able to the offer the services at less cost. Whenever a banking organization offer the services at less cost, of course, customers are happy. Once customers are happy, the customers are supporting the organization like anything, and compete with competitors and get advantages over competitors. This is also another important reasons that responsible for adoptions of digitalized banking, and tapped untapped resources and speed of banking operations. These are the things really forced banking organization to initiate digitalize the banking activities or digitalized operations. And here I want to share with you some important facts relating to digitalized banking, the performance. I have taken the banking products, and what are the performance of that products I want to share with you. This is helping us to know how does digitalized banking is working and how does digitalized banking is operating. And as of third quarter of 2024, 2000 plus million debit card were in circulation, and more than 70 million credit cards were in circulation. 900 plus million prepaid cards were in circulation. More than 2 billion mobile wallets were issued by banking institute to their customers. Nearly 5 million people has been using card at point of sale. This is also one of the most important convenient banking activities. And about digitalized transactions, as far as these cards are concerned, more than 1.91 trillion debit card transactions were taken place. Whatever that amount here I have mentioned, that is in terms of Indian rupees, and nearly 2 trillion credit cards transactions were taken place as of 2024 third quarter, and more than 190 billion prepaid transactions were took place. Nearly 35 trillion mobile based payment were taken place. Uh, these are the figures, exactly speaking, the banking status as far as banking products are concerned, transactions are the concern. Now I want to talk about banking digitalization with SWOT analysis. As you know very well, SWOT analysis is very useful technique that is for to analyze ourselves, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, and also analyze the banking organization or any organization activities. Here I want to share some important facts about digitalized banking. through this analysis. Strength of digitalized bankings are user-friendly software and banking products. That's why right now even small people, big people, and illiterate also sometime using ATM and other digitalized products. So yeah, uses user-friendly software and banking products, increasing internet penetration over a period of time. The speed of internet also increasing like anything, and availability of internet also at all places, even remote area, rural area also. Right now internet is available and using by the people of society. Access to banking service anywhere. This is also one of the important plus point of digitalized banking. Regulatory authorities continuously working on cyber law, since many frauds were taken place every day. Even though the regulatory authorities are attempting sincerely to saturate that, these are the important strength of digitalized banking. And what are the opportunities of digitalized banking? There are many opportunities of digitalized banking, namely reductions of manpower cost is possible through the digitalized banking, increases competitive ability. This is very important. Right now, we are in the era of globalization. Under globalization, the whole world is a very narrow place, small place. As far as undertaking financial affairs are concerned, I mean there is no restriction at all at the moment of banking of any country from one country to another country. So, in competition increase like anything. To compete with them, every banking organization is required to strengthen IT related product or digitalize the banking activities should be strengthened. That may help them to compete with the competitor and improve the customer happiness. This is also very important, since banking activities meant for end users like customer. So the banking organization is required to enhance the ability of the service, value of the service. So that turn to satisfy the customer. That helps to banking organization to satisfy the customer requirement. Once banking organization satisfy the customer requirement, of course, that is really that a plus point to banking organization to carry out banking activities, or banking organization is helping to or helping to banking organization to get support from the customers, that turn to remain with banking activities by the business organization for a long time. And retention of customer also is possible as a result of adoptions of the banking digitalization. Therefore, this is also one of the most important opportunity the banking organization having. And there are many threats of banking organization. There are weaknesses. Before going to touch upon threats, I want to say weaknesses. Inadequate IT infrastructure. Right now, the patient by the banking organization. I think all of you experienced that the network not working properly, and even the ATM also sometimes is not working properly. So this type of small things are really not good for banking organization, because once customer visit the ATM, suppose ATM is not working, customers are unhappy with that product. Ultimately, sometime banking organization losing the name and fame uh, about our name and fame of banking in the mind of the end users. And this is one of the weaknesses. And lack of technological literacy. Still, country like India, uh, they, there is not enough literacy as far as technology are concerned. Even literate like professors and even writers. they are not come power to use the digitalized banking activities because of due to many reasons. And threats of digitalized banking, cyber threats are there every day happening. That frauds, every day people are losing money. So this is one of the important threats right now having as far as customers are concerned. As by for using the digitalized banking, and technological cost is very high. One side manpower cost come down, but same time technological cost also increasing like anything. This is also threat as far as banking organization are concerned, and certain people preparing more traditional banking affairs than the modern banking affairs. No control on banking frauds and corruption. Still, government of India is working like anything on cyber security, even though still not come out the government of India pre prom or not come out to ensure pre prom cyber attack or cyber threats as far as digital banking are concerned. Digital banking are not useful for related. So these are the some important strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats of digitalized banking. I hope all of you are clear about the status of banking digitalization. Next, I want to share with you some important findings relating to digitalized banking. Many scholars were so far have studied and they have published their research paper in professional journals, reputed journals, and even Scopus journals. And many of them published papers in UGC care list journals. So, on the basis of that, I want to say some important facts. What are the facts they found through their research? Most of the research are opined that after digitalizations of banking, the banking service values were increased and increases the volume of customer size after digitalization. I think all of you might be aware there are many government schemes were introduced to strengthen the banking operations. One of the important initiatives were initiated by Government of India, that is the Janadhan Yojana. As a result of Janadhan Yojana, many people opened their account and they have started little bit transaction with banking whenever the government that incentive is given, maybe the money maybe government is transferring to their bank, and then that time they come to bank and then withdraw the money, but at least they are able to understand what are the banking operations. Because of that, otherwise they would not come to the bank and they would not withdraw the money, and increases the volume of bank transaction. Already I shared while discussing card status of digitalized card status banking, and increase the demand of the products. Over a period of time, people are educating like anything. Internet that speed is increasing like anything, and even smartphones also using people like anything. As a result of that, increase the demand of the product, and user also increasing, product demand also increasing. These are the important things I found by referring the earlier literature, and increase the happiness of the customers about uses of product, and reductions of overall cost of banking organization, enhances the competitive positions of the organization, increase the size of deposits and loan size, increases the fee-based income. So these are the some important facts, really speaking exactly about the status of digitalized banking. And before going to wind up my talk, I want to place before you some important suggestions. Of course, the suggestions given by many, of course, some suggestions, whatever suggestions here I taken, some writers also maybe they gave suggestion But I am also and I am also analyzed the status of the banking, and also I am a user of the digital banking. Whatever the lacunas having in digital banking, on the basis of that, here I placed some important suggestions that are required to properly implement by the banking authorities. Of course, that really make difference as far as banking affairs are concerned. Ensure proper security. Already I said many people are losing the money, so they require security, or security only happening whenever cyber attacks come down. For that, proper security should be ensured by the government of India. Ensure strong IT related infrastructure. This is very, very important. In rural areas, some banks not having ATM. In rural area, there was no network. And even in urban area also, ATMs are not working properly. Networks also is not working properly sometime. So that are okay. That are not really big thing, but that are small thing. But customers are depend on that. So whenever the network is not there, they are felt very unhappy with the banking operation, since they wanted to meet their own requirement. Money is the way through which they are able to realize their dreams or attain their own requirements. And rationalizations of digitalized banking structure, that is also very, very important. Incentives to introduce for using digitalized banking products. Nandan Nilekani committee was recommended. Already banking organizations were introduced the incentives, those who are using the digitalized banking for day-to-day to meet out their day-to-day activities. Proper NPA management also very, very important, because you see NPA management is one of the most important thing that should be strengthened by the banking organization. Whatever loan sanctioned by the banking organization to the end user, suppose they are not get back, that no, that is a big loss to the banking organization. And develop the ethical values among banking staff, and as well as end users, because banking sometimes banking staffs are involved in banking frauds, so that is not really good. Banking staff should be aware, understand, and should exhibit ethical the values at workplace, and as far as banking affairs are concerned, and initiating proper initiatives to rationalize all digitalized banking base. I hope all of you clear what so far as I have uh, spoke about digitalization and banking. But there are many lacunas right now with digitalized banking. But as an ordinary citizen of this country, I can say our bankings are sincerely attempting and working as far as the banking operations are concerned through the digitalized mode. So I am happy, but in some cases I am unhappy. But totally overall performance of the digitalized banking is very good. Only thing is what the people come forward to use digitalized products appropriately, properly, because improper utilizations of digitalized banking sometimes leads to lose the money, or frauds are happening. But the banking organization is required to strengthen IT infrastructure, and regulatory framework also required to change. Frauds that cyber attacks should be reduced, and then even the police staff also required to work honestly as far as that reduce the cyber attack, because we having that cyber security. I mean, we having that authorities like that police authorities, no, the different type of authorities having to control misbehavior of people, and misuses of public fund. Cyber, the police stations we having, so that should be that utilized by people properly, and then authorities of cyber police stations, no, they should honest, and they should respond positively uh, to complaint of complainant. Otherwise, the cyber attackers are not stop the attack the that banking that accounts of respective individuals or particular individuals. So the cyber police station is required to strengthen their activities and work honestly, fairly. Of course, definitely, digitalized bank is productive. Digitalized bank is helping country. Digitalized bank is really making the difference as far as the performance of the banking and happiness of the ultimate users. With these words, I thank everybody for patiently listening my word. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.